Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am Notme. I am art. And where am I? There I am. I am welcoming you. I am your quiz master. For I am smart, the only quiz where people look to improve their art, their lives, and their selves through learning and earn the right to say, I am smart. Yeah, we're not entirely happy with that, are we? We're not entirely happy. Oh, no, that's got a light in it. So I need to be, or does that need to be, maybe that just needs to be further away. That's fine. Maybe that can be closer, and this can be further away. Should I have sorted this all out? No, people enjoy seeing behind the scenes. People enjoy getting a peek behind the curtain. The format of the quiz, very simple, very straightforward. 3 rounds of questions for your brain, 3 musings for your imaginosphere, and a 2-point bonus round at the end where you simply have to read my mind. So a maximum of 20 points overall. All you're going to need for this quiz, very simply, is something to write with, something to write on. A brain for thinking, and an imaginosphere for imagining. So this is a test of your hands for writing, or fingers if you're typing, your brain, and your imaginosphere. Optional is a beverage. I've got one right here. It's just water. I don't drink on the job, guys. Come on. Whilst it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast. And today's toast, we do like to crowdsource our toasts. Today's toast is courtesy of Instagram user iamnotme. And thank you very much for submitting this to us. Togepi. Here we go. Let's charge our glasses. Just very, very quickly and very sincerely, if you please. To new jeans. Oh, yes, it's universal. You buy them, don't you? You buy those jeans, and then they take all the business that you've got and they show it off in a very wonderful way. They make the best of the business that you are blessed with. And so you wear them, and you make decisions that allow you to wear them, like they look good with those brown shoes that really they probably don't. But as long as people don't look at your feet, they're going to get a visual treat. But before long, because you're wearing them so much, they stop being your new jeans, don't they? They stop being your new jeans. But you know what new jeans are? They are pre-old jeans, because as time goes on, they slacken slightly. They stop showing everything off in the most glowing way possible, but that visual appeal is replaced by a tactile joy as the denim loosens and softens and becomes more malleable, more relaxed, and they take on a different role in your life, from the jeans that look great to the jeans that feel incredible. Now, new jeans are great. In the future, new jeans will continue to be great. It's all good all the way along. To new jeans. One more, I think. And congratulations to iamnotme, who presumably bought some new jeans, and I really hope is having just a spectacular time with them. Just a great time indeed. Hello, Smarties. Who have we got, Smarties? Oh, it's a low viewer count again. Gosh. What's happening to the Americans? I just don't understand it. TB Douglas, hello to you. Lovely to see you. SJ Beck 72. Hi, Smarties. Hello, SJ Beck 72. It's Maple Panda. Yo, peeps. Just in Tesco. My goodness. We are on the move. And Monkey Pixie Funk, hello, everyone. Hello to you. TB Douglas, cheers to new jeans, especially finding some that fit well. Once you find it, it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge to find them. Find those jeans that really just, like I say, take all that business that you're blessed with, and just molding and shaping and just presenting in the way that a frame might to a beautiful canvas. or a fabulous CD box mic to some CD art. So once you get them, you grab them, you hold them tight, and you don't let them go. Lovely, lovely stuff. Hello, hello, hello. Well, the high point scorer, as we can see under here, last episode's high point scorer was Super Nashwan 8. It was a very exciting conclusion to last week's quiz because it was the first time ever There we go. There we go. It was the first time ever that Super Nashwan 8 had been the high point scorer, and very pleased we all were to see that. Unfortunately, what seems to be the case is that we don't have Super Nashwan 8 with us today, which means, and maybe this is a little bit of first victory naivete. Super Nashwan 8 forgot, of course, that they get to choose one of the rounds for this quiz, which means that we can't hold this up for too long. We really can't hold this up for too long. Instead, we are going to be we're going to be picking 3 rounds when we pick some rounds. All 3. It's going to be very exciting. Super Nashwan 8 may be driving back from Islington. What a prophetic statement to be made there, Monkey Pixie Funk. Anybody else want to speculate? Super Nashwan 8 may be driving back from Islington. Super Nashwan 8 may be panning for gold. Super Nashwan 8 may be panning for gold, looking for some gold from them there hills in that there river, perhaps. Feel free to join in if anybody wants to speculate on why Super Nashwan 8 might not be watching as of right now. But while you do that, I'm going to be choosing some rounds. So, Maestro, if you please, it's me. I'm pressing the button. Let's pick some rounds, baby. Let's do it. 3 rounds. Here we go. I mean, this might just be, and a huge round of applause to everybody for TB Douglas there, for just going absolutely nuts, going emote wild, getting a touch of the emote madness that I've heard is really going around. Thank you so much. Just absolutely slamming with all of them, and I'm sure made a very important visual difference. This may be, guys, and this is information that is maybe something of a spoiler, but this is the first time in history, I believe, that we have 3 picture rounds. That's right. That's right. Each one of these is a picture round. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. Let's decide our position. Yay or nay? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We've got NART. That's a nice one. It could be maybe slightly similar. Maybe we'll start there. And what was the last one? Order. I kind of want to finish with order, though. Okay, so I think it's NART, then yay or nay, then order. That's how we're doing it. Let's bring these up just so we can see what we're doing. NART, then yay or nay, then order. Lovely, lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. Should we? Dare we? Just crack on with it? Yeah, let's crack on with it. Let's crack on with, as promised, NART. Let's update this ticker, guys. This ticker ain't gonna update itself. Yay or nay, and order. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Guys, Here's the thing. In order to be a great artiste, you must discern lies from truth. Okay? The entertainment industry is a tough one. People are going to be lying to you all the time. So I'm going to tell you 5 things, give you 5 statements, but do you believe them? Because I might be lying, like serving suggestions. What do we think? We've got a topic for this particular NART round, and it's very simply this. Mushrooms! You wondered how long it would be until we got round to mushrooms. You wondered how long it would take me. It's taken me 94 episodes to get round to mushrooms. I'm going to show you 5 photos of notable types of mushroom. You just need to tell me what type of mushroom that mushroom is. It's not about art. It's not about creativity. Oh, wait, I gave you the yay or nay intro, didn't I? I gave you the yay or nay intro. Gosh. Well, I'll give you the NART intro when we do yay or nay. That's how we're going to work it. Here's question 1. Here's pitch number 1. Thank you, Monkey Pigsy Funk. That's some lovely... Oh my gosh. Do you know how generous I am? Do you have any idea, really, how generous I am? Who's this fella down here? I've given you the first letter. I've given you the first letter of the mushroom. Could I be any more generous? Chandler Bing. What type of mushroom is that type of mushroom? What do we think? And if you're thinking, this is all pretty easy, I assure you, it's going to get trickier. It's going to get trickier. Here's number 2. Looks larger. Begins with a P. A P. Question number 3, or mushroom number 3, if I may be so bold. Oh, we're getting trickier now. Look at that. That's like some kind of beautiful art installation. Mushrooms are art. So technically, I suppose you could argue that it's not quite in keeping with the NART thing. But again, like we say, with a slightly generous view of it all, anything can be art. You say, oh, I stubbed my toe walking around the bed last night, needing to go to the, on my way to the toilet to excrete some nighttime urea. And I crunched my toe on the corner of the bed. I thought I'd given it enough space going around, but in fact I didn't. I went straight into the corner of the bed. Is that art? Kind of. Because that has woken you up quite powerfully and just sent, you may have been dreaming of beautiful, wonderful things, being nestled in the bosom of a very attractive person. But now you ain't thinking about bosoms. Right now you're thinking about pain. You're thinking about your crushed little toes, screaming, begging for pain. Yeah, stubbing your toe isn't art. Give me a break. Mushroom number 4. What is that? See? Do you see this mushroom? Do you see this mushroom? What could this be? And when I say what could this be, I don't mean B, I mean C. What do we think? What kind of mushroom is that? I've heard from our very generous quizmaster that whatever the name is, that actually begins with C, but we'll see. Monkey Piece Funk, these are hard, and we've just been in Tesco in the produce aisle. You should have been as ever. My goodness. If this can serve as nothing more than a reminder that when you are in the produce section of a supermarket, you should be checking the unusually named vegetables and fruits. Just in case. you never know when you're going to be quizzed. And to be clear, you did know when you were going to be quizzed because you're regular viewers and it's Sunday at whatever it is, 8 o'clock, I suppose, for the UK people who would be in a Tesco, of course. And then number 5, final mushroom. Legally, it has to be the trickiest one. Bam. What's that? M? And I will just point out very, very quickly, that is not M for mushroom. Before you think you're gonna pull the wool over this cat's eyes. No way, baby. No way, baby. Back from Tesco now. Manky mushroom. No, that is a healthy mushroom. And I had to. These are often dried, I will say, and most of the photos of them online are of them being dried. So I had to take out this background myself. It's the extra mile I go to for you. And those are all 5 of your mushrooms. Those are all 5 of your mushrooms. Is that the end of the round? Absolutely not. Like I said at the beginning, there's an M. We're going to need a musing. What's the musing here? You win a competition to go on a night out with a famous man. Which man do you choose and how would you pass the time? You win a competition to go on a night out with a famous man. How do you pass the time? Let's get that countdown going. Got to give you at least 30 seconds. That makes it fair. And there we go. There's your 30 seconds. Going to leave the musing up there because when we come back, that's what we're going to need. These are the things that I've learned. It's only taken me 94 episodes to learn this, but I'm just going to leave it up. Just going to leave it up. Get that down there. Let's go back to main, guys. Let's go back to main. Round 1's done. Round 1 is done. Gosh, that went quickly. Yeah, time flies when you're thinking about mushrooms. It's a thing that I'm not sure anybody has ever said before. But that doesn't mean it's not true. And dusted. Done and dusted. Maybe. Did I say done? You can't expect me to keep track of what the things that I'm saying, guys. We're smashing through it, TB. We're smashing through it. Yeah? There's no time for luxuriation in the world of art. Okay? We've got to just pow, pow, pow. NART, indeed. Artists need to know about the world around them, guys. Maths and history and geography and science, not just art. That way, they can teach people as they move them, yeah? Like how we all learned how to spell beautiful from watching Bruce Almighty. And so I present this round about not art, NART, yay or nay. So, this is the yay or nay round. Nice and simple and straightforward. Thank you, Streamlabs. Does that mean that is working? Oh, we didn't do the... Oh, gosh. It's all going... There we go. There we go. We missed out on the first one. We're not missing out on this one. So it's very simple. This is the simplest round of all. This is the simplest round of all. I'm going to give you 5 statements, and you just need to let me know whether you believe it, yay, or whether you disbelieve it, nay. Okay? The subject for this one, famous duos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to and I'm pretty proud of this one. I think this is a pretty sick round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 5 photos of duos from the world of art, entertainment, movies, music, TV, whatever. Some duos. There's going to be one person on the right, one person on the left. I'm going to tell you the name of the person on the left. You just need to tell me whether that's correct. Very, very simple. It'll become simpler as we go through. It'll become simpler as we go through. Number 1. Comedy duo, Key and Peele. The one on the left, is that Jordan Peele? Sorry, I mean, it should be a statement, shouldn't it? This is comedy duo, Key and Peele. The one on the left, the one that the arrow is pointing to, that is Jordan Peele. Is that correct? Yay. Is that incorrect? Nay. Very simple. Very simple. Key and Peele. Very funny guys. I'd love to quote some of their sketches, but I can't because of some of the language they use. Just wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be right. Number 2. This is magic duo, Penn and Teller. Very, very famous magicians. Double act. One on the left. That is Penn Gillette. This is Penn and Teller. The one on the left is Penn. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? What do we think? What do we think? Number 3. I like this round, says TB. Thank you, TB. I like this round as well. And what I like even more is that you like this round and that you have told me that you like this round, because I take that as a compliment. And as we've established many, many times, there are few things that I enjoy more than a compliment. Number 3. The Gallagher brothers of Oasis fame. The one on the left is Liam Gallagher. Yay or nay? I suppose easier for the Brits among you than the Yanks. But you never know. I mean, the thing with all of these, the thing that I'm banking on with all of these questions is that you know them as a duo, but you might not necessarily be able to identify which one is which. You might even know that what the individuals' names are, but you're just not quite, Number 4. Duo number 4. They're getting trickier. This is the Coen brothers. And the one on the left is Ethan Coen. Gosh, he looks stern, doesn't he? He looks like a stern chap. They are responsible for many of your more cultured friends' favourite films. Fargo, The Lady Killers, No Country for Old Men, the remake of True Grit, Burn After Reading, various other things, Coen Brothers, Blood Simple, The Hudsucker Proxy. Lots of things. That is Ethan Coen. That is not Ethan Coen. Yay or nay? And then the final one, heading back to the world of music here, Tegan and Sarah. Lovely indie duo Tegan and Sarah. The one on the left is Tegan. Now, there are those among you, I suspect, that would call foul play just simply for the idea, for the fact that I've asked you to differentiate between Tegan and Sarah when they are identical twins. Now, is that unfair of me to do so? I say no, because what I've chosen this picture very specifically because you can see their tattoos. You can see their tattoos, okay? TB's never heard of them. Okay. Let's see if we can move you at all. first... Gosh. User-generated content adverts are they're the best, aren't they? Absolutely the best. Do we have desktop audio? Is that going to work? So that's Tegan and Sarah. They're that kind of act. A little bit of synth and a little bit of drums and maybe a few guitars here and there. That's who they are. But which is that one? Tegan? It's either Tegan or Sarah. You know that. We need a musing for this, of course. We need a musing for this. Bouncy tune. Yeah, it is a bouncy tune. It's a lovely compliment to give, MPF. Appreciate that. We need a musing here. If you could choose a famous person to create a creative duo with, who would it be and why? So we've had two musings back to back about choosing a famous person. First one had to be a dude, of course, because it was the musing for the mushroom round. But this one could be anybody. Anybody you like. Form a creative duo in the same way as a Gallagher brothers, a Coen brothers, a Tegan and Sarah, a Penn and Teller, a Key and Peele. Who are you picking? And what are you doing with them? Steve Martin and Martin Short. That's a duo that's cropped up over the last few years. They've been friends for a long time, but they've really started performing together a lot in the last few years. That kind of thing can work. You know, it could be a musical duo, could be, you know, whatever you like. Could be jugglers. You want to juggle? You want to juggle with Biggie Smalls? Do it. But do you think that's against the rules somehow? Because he's dead and he wasn't known for juggling? Get out of here. You never seen this quiz before? There are no rules in this quiz except for the rules that I specify. Let's go back to main. It's another great round we've done, guys. Another great round we've done. I'm proud of you, and I'm kind of proud of me as well. Hope you're proud of yourselves. Quite a bouncy tune, wasn't it? Do you want a bit more? Can we get to a... There we go. That's Tegan and Sarah. There they are. That's both of them singing. Not just one or the other. Do you want a final round, guys? Do you want a final round of this quiz? I think maybe you do. I assume maybe you do. If you're looking to hit those double digis, you're going to have to... No, you wouldn't have to at all. Go for it. Oh, thanks so much, Maple. Appreciate you. Order. How can you make sense of all the art in the world without putting it in order? That's the question I posed to you. Let's get it in there. Ally McBeal, then Iron Man, yeah? Robert Downey Jr. wouldn't have been cheap enough for Marvel, then a fledgling production company, to afford for Iron Man if he hadn't been fired from Ally McBeal in 2001 for... who can even remember at this point? So I'm going to give you 4 things, guys, and I want you to put them in Order! Thanks, John. Appreciate you, pal. How many of them you put in order is, of course, up to you. How much will you risk in this round? Are you going to risk it for a biscuit? What are you doing? The instructions are all in the chat. You can either get 1 point, 3 points, or 5 points with this round. In order for this to work, you need to get rid of me here. You need to bring me down here. I'm just a little fella now, a little scrappy fella. Do we have a... No, we don't have a subject. I want you... Oh, no, we do. I want you to put These classic rock songs in length. Classic rock songs in length. In length what? Order. Classic rock songs in length order. Some of you out there will be, sounds like a good round, says Monkey Pigsy Funk. One or two of you will be bristling at this possibility. One or two of you may have thrown up the horns of rock. And so should you. Let's see our image here, guys. We've got the Ramones with Blitzkrieg Bop. We've got Bruce Springsteen with Born to Run. We've got Eagles with Hotel California. And we've got Sweet Home Alabama by those good old country boys, Leonard Skinner. And I will apologize for that flag, but it is tough to find things to do with Leonard Skinner that don't involve it. So don't blame me, guys. Blame Leonard Skinner, okay? You gotta blame Leonard Skinner. And you, as I say, you may think definitely Hotel California is longer than Born to Run, say. You may say definitely that's the case. I'm not sure about the other two, but definitely that is. So then you can just put B, C. B being the shorter one, C being the longer one, definitely. You get that right, you get 1 point. But then you think, oh, wait, no. I remember reading once that Sweet Home Alabama is the world's first 48-minute rock song. So that's got to be longest. So then we say B, C, D. You get that right. There's 3 points. Then you say, oh no, wasn't Blitzkrieg Bop? Didn't that last the lion's share of a weekend? Isn't that the world's first weekend long song? Let's pop that at the end. B, C, D, A. And if that's correct, you're getting all 5 points. If any of those are wrong, you're getting a goose egg, baby. What cricketers would refer to as a duck. What do we think? Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. Hotel California by Eagles, not the Eagles. Eagles. Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. There we go. Let's get back to business. I think it'd be more fun, actually, if little me is in front of big me. Yeah, that is more fun, isn't it? Might just leave him right there for a spell. The musing, your final musing, your incredible rock album finishes with a 9-minute song. What is it called? What is it about? Bear in mind that this is a 9-minute song full of 9 minutes of good stuff. Okay? Multiple Notmes. What a world this is. What a world this is. This isn't, here's a 3-minute song, here's 5 minutes of silence, and then here's a minute of nonsense at the end. This is a full 9-minuter. What we call in the business a full 9-minuter. Okay? Your incredible rock album. And it would be incredible. I'm confident of that. Finishes with a 9-minute song. Tell me what it's called. Tell me what it's about. Because sometimes these rock songs, one does not lead to the other. This is called Blue Fish. Blue Fish. That sounds pretty cool. What's it about? The dissolution of my marriage. Okay. So you got to give me both. Let's head back to Maine, guys. Those are your rounds. I've given you 3 wonderful rounds. I've given you 3 wonderful musings. That's going to give you a maximum of 18 points. And good luck to you. Good blinking luck to you. We're just gonna catch our breath for a spell before we head in. How's everybody doing? Good week. I don't have a video for you. And I make no apologies for that. That is a bonus, and if I did it every week, then you'd just get used to it, you know? You should feel like it's a real thrill every single time that happens. This week I've been watching, sitting down with Gung Sang and been watching Adolescence on Netflix. Anybody else been watching Adolescence on Netflix? Whew, that is a powerful piece of art. 4 episodes, each shot in a single take, about an hour long each one. Incredible undertaking. What I like about it is that it's got 4 quadrant appeal. 4 quadrant appeal has Adolescence. The 4 quadrants, of course, being old people, young people, parents, and non-parents. For old people, love that it's really just kind of plays into their fears that all young people are terrible. So that's good. They get to say, "Oh, did you watch Adolescence?" Yep. Told you. Didn't I tell you? They're all violent and sexed up. Old people are loving it. Young people love it because they get to think of all the people in their year and think, who would it be, do you think? Who would it be? If that was going to be anybody in our year, who do you think it would be? It's macabre. It's not particularly nice, but it's a valid response. For parents, it gives them a great indicator of the wonderful codes and secret language that goes on with emojis in young person's Instagram. This means this, that means that. Never means what you think it does. Don't ever send a purple heart to your child because they're going to take it completely wrong, and it's going to be uncomfortable and awkward. And then for non-parents, oh my goodness, it just makes you feel so good that you don't have to go through that you just don't have to be parents of a teenager, and that all of that nastiness is going on somewhere else, and you just go and have a walk in the park, you know. So it's got that 4 quadrant appeal. Adolescence on Netflix. Give it a try. Whoever you are, you're going to enjoy it. Wonderful stuff. Great TV, says TB Douglas. Agreed. Uncle Town watched it at 1.5 speed, which tells you everything about adolescence, about the elderly. Uncle Town. I mean, I'm surprised that Uncle Town's watching it at 1.5. I would have thought they'd have watched it at a slower speed. Maple Pound and meaning to get round to Adolescence. It's good. I'll give it a thumbs up. Do we get a thumbs up on the bubble? A thumb bubble? Thubble? 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 Thumb bubble? Thubble? Thubble. Uncle Tan is clearly dismissive of adolescence. He doesn't even care, as he's in his 80s. Absolutely. Oh, young people today. I can imagine. We can all imagine it, can't we? Let's get on with some answers, guys. Not, baby. Not. Let's throw in a couple of them, throw in a bit of that, throw in that, throw in this, throw in a couple more of them. So this is the musing. This is what I need. You win a competition to go on a night out with a famous man. Which man do you choose and how would you pass the time? It's the musing for the mushroom round. Oh, look at all of that. Get it in the chat, guys. Get it in the chat. Tell me which famous man you are choosing to go on a night out with. Tell me how you are choosing. The mushroom musing, says TB. Absolutely. This is the mushroom musing. I want to hear your thoughts. As we go through these answers. Number 1, it's the easiest one. It's a mushroom that we've all used many, many times. Some of us wash them, some of us peel them, but we don't use them to fasten our blouses. That's right, it's a button mushroom. So well done if you got that one right. Next up, we've got number 2, it's larger. You can enjoy it anywhere, really, even in a very fancy street in a fancy part of London. It's a portobello mushroom. It's a portobello mushroom. That's great. Great quiz mastering from me. Portobello mushroom. Number 3. What is this? What is this? They're all kind of growing out of each other. It looks very modern arty. Begins with O. It's an oyster. It's an oyster mushroom. I don't know if you got that one right. Number 4. Begins with the C. It's got a lovely yellowish hue to it. Lovely yellowish hue to it. They've added a little bit of greenery on there, but that's strictly decoration. It's a chanterelle mushroom. It's a chanterelle mushroom. I couldn't think of any clever way of alluding to that. It is what it is. So it can maybe canderelle. Used to be a sugar substitute, but that's not good enough to go for. That's what I thought. Not good enough to go for. And this one's tricky. This one's very tricky. You should give yourself some croc points, I believe, if you got this one right, because this is not an easy one. Interesting, weird, like almost microphone-like structure on this. This is a morel mushroom. Very, very well done. If you got that right, very, very well done. And I say yes. I say once again, if you got that one right, here's some croc points. Here's some croc points. You deserve it, baby. You're one of the best. So 1 point for each of those that you got right. You win a competition to go on a night out with a famous man. Which man do you choose and how do you pass the time? What do we got? Monkey Pickety Funk. I go out on the town with Man Ray and go out on a pub crawl whilst competing to see who could take the best drunken photo. Man Ray. Let's have a look at this. Let's just add in a little, what do we got? Is it browser? Is it window? It's window capture. Add that in. Where is that? That's at the top now. Underneath that, that's fine. Underneath that, yeah, that's fine. Let's have a little look at this. Apologies for this, but it's all going to be worth it in the end. Oh, that's too big. That is considerably too big. That is really very, very sizable. I think I need to be in front of it, don't I? I need to be in front of it. So let's drop this down to there. There we go. Man Ray. An American visual artist who spent most of his career in Paris, he was a significant contributor to the Dada and Surrealist movements, although his ties to each were informal. What an interesting choice there from Monkey Pixie Funk. What a very, very interesting choice. Who could take the best drunken photo, you or Man Ray? Best known for his pioneering photography, which is a renowned fashion portrait photographer, also noted for his work with photograms, which he called rayographs in reference to himself. He loves himself. Oh, photographic image maybe. Oh, I understand. Oh, wow. What an interesting choice to take a Dadaist and a Surrealist and say, do you know what? I'm going to get him absolutely tanked up off his nut and get him to take a fun photo. I mean, a Surrealist, my goodness, the mind boggles. The mind boggles with what he's going to come up with. Yeah, I'm going to take this photo, but it's going to look like you're being birthed by an orange. Oh, okay, Man Ray. Can you? I mean, you having trouble? Just tap it. Just tap it, Man Ray. Just tap it. No, that's on selfie mode, Man Ray. No, you've had one too many to. Man Ray, do you want to describe what I should do? And you let me operate the camera, Man Ray? Shall we do that? I think it works. I like it. Maple Panda. See what Maple Panda's got. Goodbye, Man Ray. See what Maple Panda's got. I guess Justin Trudeau is at a loose end now. Yeah, he's enjoying the joys of being a person of unemployment. Must be nice. So we could go out and discuss what he's going to do next. Drinks are on him as he dodged the bullet of having to stand up to the orange clown. Yeah, he ducked out of there. He stood up and he said, "We as Canadians, we're not going to back down. And if you're interested in how much we're not going to back down, talk to my successor, Mr. Carney. I'm off. Take care. All the best. I'm going to be in the Bahamas for 3 months." That's nice. I wonder what he is going to do next. I wonder whether he's going to get into the world of the realm of photograms. And he's going to call them Trudeaugraphs. Justin graphs. Could be. That's nice. And TB, what do we got? David Attenborough. Oh, it's a classic choice. I would let him choose where we go, since I assume he could recommend a good restaurant. Yeah, he probably knows some good ones. Does old Davey. Spend time planning a round-the-world trip, picking his brain in the best places to go, then muse over his perspectives on climate change, conservation, so I can sound smart. That's wonderful. It's one of the most important elements of being friends with clever people is to purloin their views and pass them off as your own. In this way, we can, in the same way as a dishwasher, I don't want to spend the time washing dishes, but I want to get that benefit of having washed dishes. Yeah? So I'm not going to do the reading. David's going to do the reading, then I'm going to talk to David. David's going to explain the reading to me. Then I'm going to talk to somebody else, maybe his brother Richard. And I'm going to say, hey, this is what I think. Richard thinks that person's very clever. In reality, I stole it all from his brother. David Attenborough, very much, of course, the dishwasher of knowledge. Lovely stuff. Planning around the world trip. I mean, he's travelled. He has been to some places, so he's gonna give you some great options there. Wonderful stuff. Did nobody want to ask the question here? Did nobody want to ask the question here? This is the mushroom musing, and it doesn't mention mushrooms. Why? Nobody wanted to ask the question? I thought somebody would ask the question. It's going to be set myself up quite well, I thought. Nobody's going to ask the question? Too polite to ask. It's true. Go on. I mean, do you want to ask the question? I mean, you don't have to. Of course you don't have to. Hey, why wasn't there a mushroom connection to the musing? You win a competition to go on a night out with a famous man. You're going on a night out with a famous man. Who are you going to pick? You're going to pick a fun guy, aren't you? Whoever you pick's going to be a fun guy. Justin Trudeau, David Attenborough, Man Ray. What was it? Man Ray, yeah. Oh, very nice. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Next round. If you could choose a famous person to create a creative duo with, who would it be and why? And I will say you're not allowed to choose Man Ray, Justin Trudeau, or David Attenborough. Apologies if that's who you wrote, but you could think of somebody else. Get it in the chat, guys. Get it in the chat. Lovely stuff, Maple Panda. Thank you for the emotes. Thank you for that lovely emote work. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. While we go through these photos. Number one, Jordan Peele. The comedy duo Key and Peele. Is that Jordan Peele on the left? Nay. Jordan Peele's on the right. Nay. Jordan Peele's on the right. That's Keegan Michael Key on the left. Number two, magician duo Penn and Teller. Is that pen on the left? Yay. Pen on the left. Yay. Teller on the right. Yay. Well done if you got that one right. Number 3, the Gallagher brothers. Gallagher. They're the Gallagher's. From Oasis, you see. Going to be making headlines later on this year. The one on the left, is that Liam Gallagher? Yay! Is that Liam Gallagher? Yay! The other one's Noel. Noel is on the right. Liam's on the left. Yay! Number 4. Oh, we're getting tricky territory here. Tricky territory. The Coen brothers. The one on the left, is that Ethan Coen? Is that Ethan Coen? Nay! That's Joel Coen. Nay! Joel Coen. That's not Ethan Coen. Nay! Look how upset he is that you didn't realise that was Joel Coen. Look how upset he is. Look how miserable he is. And yet the films are often quite funny. Go figure. And then number 5, maybe the trickiest question I've ever asked on an I Am Smart the Notme quiz. I'm asking you to differentiate between identical twin sisters, Tegan and Sarah, musical duo. The one on the left is Tegan, is that right? Nay, it's Sarah. Obviously it's Sarah. Nay, it's Sarah. Look at those tattoos. Do they look like Tegan's tattoos? No, because they look like Tegan's tattoos, don't they? They're clearly Sarah's tattoos. Nay, get it right, guys. Get it right. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well done if you got any of those right. I mean, it's 50-50. Legally, you should have got at least 2 of them right, depending on how lucky you were. But I think you can take some credit for it regardless. Here's the musing. If you could choose a famous person to create a creative duo with, who are you choosing and why are you choosing them? These are the questions. TB got lucky with that round. Congratulations, TB. That's good. Lucky is just as good as clever, in my opinion, especially on a round where it's a 50-50 choice. As ever, you've got a 1 in 32 chance. I think it was 1 in 32. 1 in 32 chance of getting it right, even if you just go down. Yay, nay, nay, yay, nay. Let's see what TB's got. I would team up with Phoebe Apologies. I'd team up with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the wonderful Phoebe Waller-Bridge, to create a dark comedy series, play, and film. What? Are we talking about the T.B. Douglas, Phoebe Waller-Bridge creative universe here? The TBDPWBCU? I'm into it already. I love continuity and I love having to do homework when it comes to watching other things. As a newer creator working with such a talent, I'd be learning from one of the best in the business. But again, it's a creative duo, so you get half the credit for it, even if she did most of the work. Very clever. I think our personalities would click, making the creative process both fun and productive. Funductive. Copyright not me. I think we could create something really special together. Okay, so let's brainstorm. So we've got T.B. Douglas, Phoebe Waller-Bridge teaming up to create the TBDPWBCU. And it needs to be a series, a play, and a film. Okay, so we start with the play because that's the most limiting. So this has to be small scale, high drama, big characters. Something about... I'm thinking something about somebody has created a formula, a scientist has created some kind of serum that allows people to keep their dogs alive forever. And obviously there's ethical considerations. We're playing God here. We're playing God with dogs. Maybe that could be the title. So maybe the play is largely set within the lab, and the scientists are really kind of going back and forth with, is this right? Is this the right thing to do? There's lots of interpersonal relationshipy stuff as well. But is this right to do? The series is about the rollout, spoilers for the play, but the rollout of the serum. We've got all of these people. Cesar Millan would play an integral part in this, being a strong advocate for dogs. And there's obviously lots of pushback. And then it gets to the point that New York, one of the most dog-friendly cities. Oh no, what are the ones? It's in India, isn't it? Where they have like the festivals where they honor dogs. So it's maybe in India it creates such political upheaval that there is some kind of revolution, some kind of dog-based revolution, and there's your movie. Sorry, did we just work all of that out? Did we just work all of that out? For the TBDPWBCU? Playing God with dogs? God with dogs? Playing dog with gods? Or just God/dog, maybe? And obviously with Phoebe Waller-Bridge and I assume UTB, there's humour throughout. This isn't a maudlin experience. There's humour throughout. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Monkey Piggy's Funk, I'd resurrect Barry Chuckle, and we would team up to fight cynicism and increasingly unfeeling society. We'd use water pistols and ride space hoppers. What is interesting here, Monkey Pixie Funk, is you're resurrecting somebody who, when alive, was part of a creative duo. Of course, the Chuckle Brothers. And so it's interesting. Are they? I mean, this is a maudlin topic, but Chuckle Brothers. Yeah, they are both. They are both passed on. So you're only bringing back one. Only bringing back one. Only need to bring back one. That's good enough. And everyone says, "Oh, weren't you bringing back the other one?" You say, "No, actually." But then somebody else would resurrect the other Chuckle, and then it would be two competing duos, each, partially chuckled. Two partially chuckled duos fighting cynicism, but also fighting each other. And it's like you're doing good things, but it's like, are you doing them for the right reasons if you're in competition? I mean, that's flipping rich with pathos as well. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Maple Panda, I just pick someone hugely creative, supply the snacks and let them get on with their process, then try and take half the credit. Route 1. There are several duos. One thinks of the South Park boys, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Trey Parker is really largely the creative dynamo behind that team, but Matt Stone has that influence that Trey Parker needs in order to be his best creative self. They're not sharing the creative role half and half, but they're creating the overall teamwork half and half, and that's the key. That's the key. So I don't think that's wrong at all. Maple Panda teaming up with Taylor Swift, hugely creative, knocking out albums left, right, and center. It's Panda and Swift, and everyone says, "Oh, what do you do, Panda?" It's like, "Oh, why would I tell you what I do when I could show you what I do?" Scotch egg, frazzle. Or would you like a mini pork pie? Could work. Could absolutely work, Maple Panda. Points all round. Points all round, guys. That was lovely. That was really nice. Let's get on with our final round. Oh, look, it's double me. Double me. Your incredible rock album finishes with a 9-minute song, baby. What's it called and what's it about? These are the things that I yearn to know, but I need you to get it in the chat. I need you to get it in the chat, okay? Incredible rock album finishes with a 9-minute song. What was it called and what was it about? Let's get rid of Big Notme. Let's get rid of that musing. Let's bring in... We were looking to put these 4 rock anthems in length.
Order! 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 Order!
Let's be a little bit smaller. That's fine. In length. There we go. There we go. How much did you risk? And I let's say, actually, we've got a slightly smaller viewing cast here. I would be interested in you also putting in the chat and letting me know how much you risked and was it worth it? Did it work out? That would be interesting for me to find out. Because if you want the answers, I'll give you the answers right now. It's ADBC. ADBC. Blitzkrieg Bop coming in at a svelte 2 minutes 13. Blitzkrieg Bop. Sweet Home Alabama at a lovely, a classic, around 4 minutes. I think that's a very good amount of time for a song. 3:54 for Sweet Home Alabama. I mean, I wonder, especially in the summertime, whether there is an opening to a song that will just get you in the mood for some smiles more than Sweet Home Alabama. That's a thing that I would wonder out loud. Born to Run, only 37 seconds longer, with 4 minutes and 31. Baby, we were born to run, says Bruce. I think I read somewhere that was about the Jamaican sprint team, track and field. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I remember reading that. And then finally, Eagles with Hotel California coming in at a luxurious 6 minutes 30. And again, it isn't the Eagles, it's just Eagles. So if you want to be pedantic and you want to correct somebody, just get them talking about this band, maybe this song, and it's really, really very rich vein of pedantry that you can engage in. So one little tip there, one little tip from me to you. Congratulations if you got those right. Because it's tricky. It's tricky. You don't know how much to risk. And like I say, there was less than a minute between those middle two, so it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Let's get on with this musing, though. Your incredible rock album finishes with a 9-minute song. What's it called? And what is it about? T.B. Douglas. When I turn to the left and I see just a fat, just an absolute ham hock of a paragraph of text, an absolute roast dinner of a paragraph of text, a snow shovel of text, a procession of elephants of a paragraph of text. It just fills me with joy. So thank you, TB, for really not censoring yourself, not editing yourself down too much. I appreciate that. It's called Tea Time with Troublemakers. Alliteration has already got me. Tea Time with Troublemakers. And also because tea time sounds quite, fancy. Troublemakers, they're anything but. A rock anthem where some of history's most rebellious women crash Buckingham Palace for a tea party that descends into chaos. I mean, you get a lot of women in one place. You do not surprise me. Emmeline Pankhurst leads a kitchen revolution. Jane Austen narrates the drama. Classic Jane. And Mary Berry judges everyone's scones. One of the most rebellious women in history, Mary Berry. Wow. Maybe I need to have a little look at her Wikipedia. Look at her controversies stem. I haven't quite. I wouldn't have necessarily put her in the same revered category, but I am absolutely thrilled to be learning things myself. Song builds from classic rock melodies into full punk rock mayhem, ending with Julie Andrews turning it all into a musical number. So it becomes. So it's a song telling a story that then becomes the story. Somebody starts singing a song in the story that then the song turns into. That's avant-garde, TB. That is avant-garde music making, and I think it's to your credit. That's lovely. That's lovely. Mary Berry, jam smeared on her face, her apron just turned around like a cape, billowing in the wind, probably, throwing some rather unsavory finger gestures around. Jane Austen narrates the drama, kind of staying out of it largely as Jane. Julie Andrews turning it all into a musical number. Oh my goodness. I'm moved by this image of tiny little Mary Berry, the tiny little petite Bob, just riding a corgi through Buckingham Palace, whipping scones at people. Lovely stuff. Evocative. I can't necessarily say I'm on board with all of this female empowerment, but in the context of a song, absolutely. I did BDC and lost it all. Oh, TB. My heart bleeds for you. I apologise. Monkey Pixie Funk went all in and got it right. Yes, Monkey Pixie Funk. But only got Button Mushroom and a couple of the duos right, so still losing overall. Button, haha, or Bottom Mushrooms. Ooh. I think that's when two mushrooms kind of grow together, and it's like a double, and you kind of get a bit of a peach. That works. It's called Outstaying My Welcome. It's about a world of sentient kazoos. A lot of back and forth of kazoo dialogue, all tooted out by the London Philharmonic on kazoos in a 6-minute kazoo solo. So this is like kazoo dialogue? I'm excited about that. Sentient kazoos, outstaying my welcome. My goodness. Where's their life force come from? The vibration of the reeds? And you're going to get good stuff because it's by the London Philharmonic. They weren't trained at kazoos, but you give anybody who's an outstanding musician a kazoo. You give Slash a kazoo. Slash is giving you some good kazoo. Yeah? You give Brian Wilson a kazoo, he's coming back with something special. Wonderful. SJBX72, I think the Queen Camilla would quite enjoy that Rebellious Tea Party TB. It could be a goer, an absolute goer. Camilla may be involved in that as well. Divorce much? There's your rebellion. Points all round if you wrote one down. Well done, guys. Points all round if you wrote one down. That's a good phrase. I like that a lot. Which means, of course, that you have got all of your points that you could have possibly hoped to get. Is that right? Absolutely, it's not right. Who wants two more? Minute to win it, guys. It is the most exciting minute in quiz shows today or any time. That chat box, yeah, that's too, yeah. Am I able to? Oh, it shrinks that. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Does it matter? Maybe it doesn't matter if the beginning bit's underneath the ticker. I'm sure that's fine. This is not a black box. This is I can see the webcam with my eyes. It is maybe 3 feet away from me. And it is pointing at a light box. I've messed around with the contrast and the exposure on the final image so that it's all black. You're only going to see what's written on that light box when I make with the power. The electricity surges through from over here down this extension cord into the plug and into the light box. Something's written on there. You just need, and I'm gonna send that through my brain into your brain, okay? It's going to be easier than that, though, because I'm giving you a topic. I'm giving you a topic, and you can guess as many times as you want, but each guess must be in its own chat message. Are you ready? I can only assume you're screaming the word yes, so let's just get on with this. I don't know why this popped into my head, and it's not me condoning anything or advocating for anything. This is just... Yeah, so let's not read anything into this. This is just a topic. Okay? It's Michael Jackson songs. Michael Jackson songs. Oh, that's why it's a little bit further down. That's good. That's good. What have we got? Monkey Pixie Funk straight in there. Straight in there. Beat It. Thriller. The Girl Is Mine. Ben. Ebony and Ivory. Thriller again, lovely. Man in the Mirror. Smooth Criminal. Billie Jean. Two people with Billie Jean, both spelling it technically wrong, but I knew exactly what you meant, and that's fine. Heal the World. World Song. I'll assume you mean Earth Song with that. That's fine. Black and White, certainly. Rock With You, says TB. Lovely. You Are Not Alone. Absolutely you're not alone. You're never alone when you're watching I Am Smart the Notme quiz. You're almost alone. There is only 4 people watching, but you're not quite alone. Earth Song, says Maple Panda. Lovely. Anybody else? Anybody else? Dirty Diana! Another one from Queen Camilla there. Lovely stuff. Can you stop loving? Or can you not? Scream, featuring Janet Jackson. Wonderful stuff. Surprisingly hard. I thought we'd be absolutely running away with that. We Are the World. Was he involved in We Are the World? I mean, I assume so. Was Michael Jackson involved with We Are the World? He was involved with the creation of We Are the World. He co-wrote the song with Lionel Richie and helped produce the recording, which included a group of 44 superstar artists. Yeah. Although, as I think you can probably guess by the fact that I had to Google it, it's not on there. I'll let you off that one. She's Out of My Life. Oh, beautiful. Want to be starting something? You got to be starting something. Yeah, you want to be starting something? Got to be starting something. Hard to get over. ABC, going back to the Jackson 5. Great idea, Monkey Pixie Funk. Lovely, lovely stuff. Somebody got it. I'll tell you right now, somebody got it. I wanna rock with you. I wanna rock all night. Girl, sunlight, rock with you, rock with you. Congratulations to TB Douglas getting that 2 bonus pointios. Congratulations. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. Needed those points, says TB. I'm glad you got them. Well done. You earned them with some fabulous musing work this week as well, if I may say so. Which means you have now officially got all the points that you're ever going to likely to get for this week's quiz. So while you get your scores in the chat, I just want to remind you guys. Also, my favourite MJ song. That's lovely that that's worked out that way. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm so pleased, TB. That's great. I want to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself, guys. There's no point threshold to being smart. If you have got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, who's Tegan and Sarah? Then you are absolutely smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then it absolutely was great. No two ways about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below because I would love to hear how you did. What do we got? 8 for Maple Panda. Congratulations. That's good. It was a tricky one. Anytime there's an odd around, it's tricky. 11 from Monkey Pixie Funk. 9 for SJBeck72. That was so tough this week. It was a tricky one. But it's good to have these tricky ones every once in a while, isn't it? If everyone's running around with, 16s, 17s, and 18s, then it just doesn't have that same... You got to earn it. And 12 for TB Douglas. It's like when you're watching Countdown, and it is a crucial countdown conundrum. That was a crucial minute to win it, and that makes me very, very happy. Congratulations to TB Douglas, and congratulations to us all, I believe, for a wonderful, wonderful, exciting, illuminating, educational quiz. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you all very, very much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you felt creative all at the same time. There is no live-tainment next weekend. I'm doing a week-long medical submission experiment thing, testing out some drugs, testing out some medical procedures, testing out some science. They're going to be testing it out on my body. And I'm going to be earning a little bit of scratch for it. So it will be no live-tainment next week. But then the weekend after, which will be the 6th of April, we're coming back with an art right now. And it is going to be an art right now inspired by the knot line last week for art right now. It's going to be, and I want you to stay with me on this. Next art right now is going to be a right-wing Donald Trump special. So we're going to be doing that. I am not me. I am art, and I hope that you'll join me next time on the 6th, same time, same place. Well, it'll be the 13th, I suppose, by the time we next do a quiz, where you have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yes, I am smart. Oh, dear. SJBeck72 is not happy. TB Douglas is not happy. I think I'm busy on that day. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be. But I just don't want to get shut down, guys. I just don't want to get shut down, okay? So I see it as we give him a week. We give him a week. We butter him up. We kiss his orange tuchus just for a week, and then he'll back off, okay? And then if he comes to me afterwards and says, "Not me, you've been very unkind, you've been very left wing," I can just show him that episode. Right now, episode 5. I don't know what it's going to be called. Whatever it is, something to do with Trump, I guess. I might have to boycott you. No, don't boycott. No, don't boycott me, TB. Don't boycott me. It will be great. It will be creative and it'll be wonderful. It's just got to be a little bit Trumpy. Okay? Have I ever steered you wrong? Have I ever created a bad episode of Life-tainment, guys? Does anybody remember a bad episode of Life-tainment? No. It'll be the greatest creative challenge of my life. But on the 13th of April, you have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yes, baby, I am smart. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very creative 2 weeks, what the UK people would refer to as a fortnight, and I will see you next time. Thank you and good night.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.